Developers for the future Ontario Place have now released brand new plans for the West Island here along the waterfront. They say it will include more public space around what will be a future wellness facility. Those opposed to the project, though, still aren't impressed with the details.
We contemplated public space down there that would be responsive to people from across the city, to people from across the province. We saw an opportunity for, again, nearly 12 acres of public space.
New Ontario Place designs show off a path along the water's edge with beach space and gardens, more so than had been seen before, offered up by the Canadian arm of the international company Therme Group. They say plans have been made in response to concerns about the lack of free public space, while a large water park and spa structure took up the majority of land on the west end of the complex.
A permeable shoreline where if you want to dip your toes in the water, if you want to go down and put your fishing rod in, or if your toddler wants to dip their toes in the water, that becomes possible in a way that it just isn't right now. Not to mention the expanded trails, the play structures, the plantings.
The province submitted its formal development application to the city last week, complete with the minister taking to social media to sell the idea.
These improvements will create expanded public space that will be free and accessible to all, enhance safety, improve the aquatic habitat, and protect the island from continued flooding.
Contractors are expected to start tearing down structures on the western portion in the near future, preparing the site for Therme, which plans to break ground on the futuristic facility in 2024. What's your opinion on the latest details?
Yeah, the more detail we get, the worse this becomes. Like now we get details about the corporate welfare that's going into this land. So we're talking about $200 million to remediate the site and make it so that, they get the power and the water pressure that they need.
Opponents are also taking issue with the suggestion of building a large underground parking facility in the area at an added cost to the province. The developer says it needs to find ways to accommodate the more than 2 million people projected to come annually.
Now there's going to be hundreds of bicycle parking spaces down at Ontario Place. Again, something that's not there right now. The Ontario line just north of the site will make it possible for someone from Thorncliffe Park to come down and enjoy that beach or enjoy a day at that well-being resort. And of course, for families from across the 905 or further afield.
As for the land to the east, the Cinesphere and the pods are being restored, but what they'll be used for is still to be determined. The Budweiser Stage concert venue is going to be expanded, while Trillium Park will remain as is. Mark McAllister, City News.